Do you think we should show him how to use it?
But why? They'd probably use it on a bird or something.
But what if they go against a god?
Oh, I do love when gods get slain. Let's do it. Ladies, gentlemen, and tarnished of all ages, how do you feel about fire? Well, how do you feel about fire that is black? What if I told you that these black flames also burned away at your enemy's health for percentage-based damage instead of a flat number? Well, most of you are probably saying, yeah, I know that. Why are you telling me? But it seemed like an important thing to point out, given that today's journey is all about collecting the incantations in Elden Ring that deal black flame damage. The ones that count as Godslayer incantations, ones used by the Godskin enemies in the game. And for the most part, these are the ones that are boosted by the Godslayer seal, which I will also show you where to find. Without further ado then, first up we've got Black Flame. This one is super simple. Hit the button, throw an arcing black flame explosion that does a nice puff of damage and then some HP burn damage afterwards. Worth noting that while you cannot change the amount of damage that the damage over time effect has, anything that buffs fire damage will enhance the initial burst of all Black Flame effects and incantations. You can charge this incantations to make it deal more damage on said initial burst, and also have an explosion radius on landing instead of just being a singular flame puff. To use it, you need 20 faith, and to acquire it for yourself, head to Stormvale Castle at the Rampart Tower site of Grace, run out of the room, and jump straight down to the roof ahead. Jump off to the raised platform, and under this will be a staircase. Down here is a door sealed by an imp statue. Unlock it to enter and find 2 chests, one containing the Godslayer seal and the other the Godskin prayerbook. Bring this prayerbook to any incantation vendor, though the correct choice is always Pope Dog.
Jesus Turtle.
And you will be able to purchase this incantation along with one called Black Flame Blade. Black Flame Blade then coats any melee weapon that can be affected by weapon greases in Black Flame, making your weapon attacks deal health percentage burn damage. This buff lasts a relatively short amount of time compared to many other apply element to weapon buffs. However, the application time is very short and FP cost quite low, so it sort of evens out. Not really a note of potency, but I really do love being able to just run around with a blade glowing in Black Flame, so this one gains a lot of cool points from me. To use it, you will need to have 17 faith. Third then, we've got Scouring Black Flame, which is a big frontal cone shaped Black Flame attack. This one is more than anything for the purpose of hitting multiple things in close quarters to apply the damage over time effect. You can charge this incantation to make it fire out further from you when you release, but even when you do that, the range on this isn't too great, unfortunately meaning that this one is a bit nicer for flavor than it is for actual effectiveness. But if you chose to focus yourself into the Godslayer incantations, then you might as well have everything that is boosted by that seal. To use this incantation, you will need 28 faith, and to acquire this one for yourself, you will need to defeat a Godskin boss, this one specifically at the top of the Windmill Village in the northeast of the Altus Plateau. Simply head to the top of this area and find them waiting for you to claim this from them. Fourth up is Noble Presence. This is an extra interesting one of these incantations. It harnesses the energy of the Godskin Noble to expand your belly and cause a massive knockback to anything particularly nearby. Charging it up will make the damage stronger and also increase the knockback to the point of throwing things into the damn sky before landing them on the floor on their back for a moment, making this one difficult to land consistently because of the range and the charge up time, but really incredible if used well. On top of this, if you have the Godskin Noble chest piece, it actually boosts the damage of this incantation specifically by 20%. To use this for yourself, you'll need 26 faith, and as for how to get the incantation, you'll need to defeat the Godskin Noble boss at the end of the Temple of Aglay in Volcano Manor. If you haven't been in the backside of Volcano Manor yet, you can reach this through the first room on the right in the guest hall of the main entrance, the illusion wall in the back left corner of that room. Once you reach and defeat this boss along the pathway, you will get for yourself the Noble Presence incantation. Fifth, we have Black Flame Ritual. This one summons pillars of black flame in a circle around you, which persist for a small duration. This one is awesome for applying black flame debuff to things, even bosses, as the repeated application ensures that it is actually sort of hard to miss this one. It's also honestly just sort of better than Scouring Black Flame that I mentioned earlier at applying black flame in an AoE effect, and also charging it increases the size of the circle but not the damage done by it. So really you only have to charge it if you want a bigger circle, but unfortunately to use this one you do need to have 42 faith, which honestly is quite the hefty requirement, but this incantation is very much much worthy of that requirement. To acquire it for yourself, you will need to defeat the Godskin bosses at the end of the Spirit Caller Cave, which you can find along the western wall of the frozen lake in the mountaintop of the giants, opened by stone sword keys. And then finally today is Black Flame's Protection, which is a personal buff rather than a damage spell, and this one increases your physical damage negation by 35% for 70 seconds, at the cost of reducing your healing effects by 20%. That trade-off is actually pretty decent value, with the value increasing the lower that your vigor stat is, as I know some of you are crazy people who play on 20 vigor or something for some reason and would never even notice if their flask actually healed them 20% less because it does their full health bar anyways. So, you know, think about this if you are an absolutely reckless son of a gun with no vigor at all. To use this, you'll need to have 30 faith, and to acquire it for yourself, first you'll need to collect the Halig Tree Medallion, one half of which is found in the village of the Albanarix, just to the east of the Site of Grace is a man hiding within a pot who will happily pass along this medallion half to you. And then the other half is located at the very top of Castle Sol, at the north of the mountaintop of the giants, accessible after defeating the boss of the castle. Once you have the medallion, simply go to the round table hold and talk to Gideon at his table about the medallion, and you will get this incantation. If you are at the point in the story that Gideon is not in the round table hold, then you will be able to actually just buy this incantation instead from the Twin Maiden husk just around the corner. And that'll do it for today, everyone. I've been Cotton Dinosaur from RageGamingVideos, and this has been your guide to all of the Godskin, Godslayer, Black Flame incantations, as well as the seal that boosts their effectiveness. I hope you've gotten what you need here to absolutely destroy even the godliest of foes in this game, or at the very least found one or two neat incantations you may not have known about before. Like if you liked the video, subscribe to the notification bell for more, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay sweet.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.